Yeah, you.
I can't jump over. I thought you heard it. It's yellow.
Sorry, I ain't got no money. I'm not trying to be funny, but I left it all at home today. You can call me what you want. I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away. You might knock me down, you might knock me down, but I will get back up again. You can call it how you wanna. I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away. Money, I'm not trying to be funny, but I left it all at home today. You can call me what you wanna, I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away. You might knock me down, you might knock me down, but I'll get back up again. You can call it how you wanna, I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away.
Yo. So guys, how's it going?
How are we? We're looking a bit empty. What's that name?
Yeah. Where is everyone? In Kevin.
Okay, we're up here quite quickly this morning, aren't we?
That's right.
Everyone say wow. Wow. This is SC Summer Camp. Tribal Wars champion. Who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be?
Should we announce some points?
Let's do it.
Yeah? Okay, so we have had Team Swift. Apparently, I have heard from a very reliable source, this woman down here, Louis Muir, that you did the dishes with enthusiasm. So that is 10,000 points for you. Okay. How are we doing this? Are we announcing it? Is this it?
Is this it?
This is what Tribal Voice has come to.
Alright. Here we go. Do you play, you got any intense music there, DJ?
Okay, it was really close, so there was actually 10,000 points between it, so there's like a game between it.
That's right.
So it's really intense music, isn't it?
The winner
Are we doing speaker? Yeah.
of Summer Camp 2017.
Wait, drum roll?
Let's do the points.
Oh, it's 2 points.
In second place, with 150,000 points. But in first place, with 160,000
160,000 points.
Team
Kanye! Can we have Team Kanye's leader, Matt Marlowe? Come up here. We can show you with the SC Tribal Wars Champion Cup. Look at that. Okay, does anyone remember what they win? Yeah. Okay, can we have the fluorescent orange hat up here, please? Okay, so all of Team Kanye, your names have gone into this hat. If your name is pulled up, you have a free registration to Summer Camp 2018. Let's do it. Can we have a drum roll? It's very hard. Divided. Anthony Chan, where is he?
Where is that?
There he is, there he is. Everyone give him a hand.
There you go, brother. Did you get that?
You can have your own name as well. How do you feel?
Great.
He feels great. Everyone give it up for Anthony. Okay, that is us for Tribal Wars this year.
I think we got the highlight reels.
Do we?
Yep.
Let's roll it.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Summer Camp 2017.
Yo.
Why like a booming up in here?
You guys look so awake.
Wait.
Yes.
So wait, is that how you doing? Is that what you say, Roy? I don't even know.
Moving. How's summer camp? Moving. How's summer camp? Moving.
There we go. Thanks, Roy. Thanks, Roy. All right, we've just got a few MC notices
Yeah.
to do.
Also-
Matt's got a very important one first.
If you're the person who's missing your phone, we still got it.
We
Alright?
have it.
So if you don't want it, well, please just take it anyway because we want to take
No,
it
no,
back.
no. If you don't want it, that's cool. We'll keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe sell it for
But
some funds for you
please
next
come
year.
see Libby at the front if that's you. please come get your phone.
Come.
Right.
Give her a description, she'll give it to you. Okay guys, it is a Monday morning. This does mean we're going home, which does mean Judy's. Yay! We love Judy's! Finlay is awesome. They've treated us so well, so how about we treat them by cleaning this place up like it's brand new, okay? So the plan for the day is we're going to have our service, then we're going to go to our small groups and have connect group / communion. After that, depending on the time, it might be lunchtime, which is 11:30. If we finish early, go back and clean your cabins. Cool? Otherwise, straight after lunch, once again, go back to your cabins, clean it up. I'll tell all your cabin leaders what exactly needs to be done. And then you need to bring your bags all the way down to the bottom, okay? Because when you've done your cabin and when it's been when it's been signed off by myself or maybe Aline if she's around, then you get to go swimming.
Nice.
But
Alright,
if you're
so-
not signed off, no swimming.
Yeah, so swimming will be going till 1 o'clock, I
Yeah,
believe.
about 1-ish.
Alright, and then once that's finished, we'll 1 o'clock, and then we'll go get changed, and then we'll do all the cleaning around
Other
camp.
duties.
Other
So I'll
duties.
quickly just do a shout out for what they are because some of the leaders don't actually know what they're doing for the cabins. But quickly, and if you forget, just come see me. In the chapel area, that's going to be the boys' cabin 7, so that's just the chapel back there. In the toilets for the lake cabins, which is the girls' area, girls' cabin 5. For the recreational hall and the program room, which I think is this one, and then just a little room in there, that's the boys' cabin 2 plus Rewe. You'll find out why you've been separated Rewe, it's for a good reason. Dining room is going to be girls' cabin 2 and 4. Upstairs lounge, room 2 for the girls, sorry. The foyer, stairs, and upstairs hallway, so that's your kind of boys' area. That's going to be the boys' cabin 6. Now the upstairs toilets, that is going to be the Tan Brothers and Josh B. I wonder why. Maybe there's some scandal that happened last night. This is punishment, just saying. So don't get up to naughty business, guys, because you have to do toilet. And then the other men's toilets, the ones back there, that is Lilo, Malachi, Dallas, and Scott. Here we go, Larry. This is why you were separated. Gone. I hear you were good. Hopefully that's true. And then the girls down there, sorry, none of the girls were naughty, but it just had to be done. Cabins 3 and 1. Then the gym and the event centre, that's going to be boys' cabin 5 and 4. The wash-up area and laundry, girls' cabin 7. In the dining room, it's going to be girls' cabin 6. The boat shed, that's the girls' cabin 8. And that is really it. Oh, and sorry, boys' cabin 1, you're not off the hook. You're just going to be doing the general cleanup around the whole camp. So picking up rubbish, just like looking for mess and helping out other teams that need it. Cool?
Alright, and the bus will be leaving around 3 o'clock today. So if you need to text your parents, if they ask what time you're leaving, 3 o'clock is the... Yeah. Sweet, we're going to get everyone stand up. Let's not end summer camp tired and sad. Let's come to the front and get pumped.
Get
Go on some praise.
crazy. Let's
Yo.
get lit. Jesus. Come on, come down. Let's praise God. One on one.
What we don't realize
Just here, we're just going to get into a time of worship. This Friday place, Lord, we just exalt your name tonight. Lord, we thank you. Father, just fill us with your spirit. Yes, Lord.
You know, some amazing things have happened here this weekend, and everyone, and God's brought down heaven onto this place this weekend. But just because everything, like there's been big encounters the last couple of nights, don't let that stop you from being expectant this morning for him to, for you to encounter him, because that it doesn't stop ever. So, yeah. You stood before creation, eternity in your hand. You spoke the earth into motion, my soul now to stand. You stood before my failure. Carry the cross for my shame. My sin weighed upon your shoulders. My soul now to stand. So what can I say? What can I do? But offer this heart, oh God, completely to you. So I walk upon salvation.
this place. Fill our hearts with your love, surrounds us. You're the reason we came to encounter your love surrounds us.
thank you that you are here. Lord, I thank you for what you've done, that you've moved, but Lord, I thank you that you're going to continue to move within us, not just here, but as we go. Father, I thank you that in a world full of brokenness, hurt and pain, Lord, you provide us with news. And not just any news, but good news. News that would change our lives. News that would set us free, give us freedom. And Father, I thank you that we have the ability to meet together and just glorify your name. In Jesus' name, amen. Cool. You guys can take a seat. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Yeah, that was better. Cool. So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Leilani. Hi guys. Hi. And I'm just going to quickly share with you a little bit about communion. I'm sure some of you have probably heard of the word before, but I'm just going to be real quick, and then we're going to go into our connect groups, our squads, and we're going to meet up and just talk a bit about it. But I just wanted to share a little bit about what is communion. So I thought, why not just look up in the dictionary what it means? It's pretty much the easiest way to do it, apart from asking God. That's important. But I looked it up and it said there were two different definitions. And the first one said the sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts and feelings, especially on a mental or spiritual level. And then the second one was an act of worship in which we partake in bread and wine and share in remembrance of Jesus Christ and what he's done for us. Growing up, I thought it was just kind of a mid-service snack. And I kind of thought that people handing it out were a bit stingy because you'd only get like this little piece of bread and this little juice. But found out it's more than that. So I'm just going to share a little bit about myself and how I take communion, how I remember Jesus Christ. So my name's Leilani, and I have been in HWK or involved with youth for since 2010, so it's 2017, so 7 years, and it's gone very quickly, but I started off in growing up, I grew up in a Christian family. My dad's a pastor, so I grew up in a pretty good home. I'm from a family of 10 kids. I know, my parents are busy. And I work at Hallensteins during the day, and then when with Ethan and with Timmy, who was up here, which is awesome. And I also am involved with HWK and I serve within that ministry, which is awesome. But growing up, I knew about God. Like, I went to church every Sunday, and with my family. And my parents were amazing, but they couldn't really focus all their attention on all of us. And so at about 12, my parents ended up splitting up and separating, and that took a toll, as it would. And a lot of things started to go on, and my parents removed me from a Christian school, and they stopped going to church. And so I thought, wow, that's my opportunity. I get to do what I want. I get to experience what I want. So I went out and I just didn't even think of God, didn't even think about what I had been brought up to know. And I so easily got involved in just the silliest things. I started, I think I was like 14 or 15 when I first started trying out drugs. And I slowly, by the time I was about maybe 16 or 17, I was every day, I was stealing money from my parents. Me and my friends were just doing what we could to get drugs and just kind of, outdo each other. And I slowly, I was just breaking my parents' heart. I was just really upsetting them and pretty much just destroying myself because I didn't like myself. Because I was just so angry and bitter at everything going on in my life. And my dad he got diagnosed with terminal cancer. So once I found out that, I was kind of just like, I'm over it. Like, God, how can he exist if all of this stuff is happening? And so so I started hanging out with some people that weren't really positive influences. And I believe that there's not just one kind of rock bottom moment. Maybe there is for some people, but for me, I had a lot of rock bottom moments. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but there is one that stood out to me, and one where I really knew that God was real. I really knew that Jesus came to save me. So I had been going to youth, but I was in and out, and I didn't really make any commitment to it. And one night, it was the Rugby World Cup, I think, or something like that. We were all in town, and we were just doing drugs, and I was with these mates, and they were like telling me to do all this stuff, because I was like, this is my last night. After that, I'm over this. I'm going to go back to youth. I'm not going to do any of this, but I still wanted to have one last night, and I don't know why. But so I did that, and it got maybe to like 1 o'clock in the morning, and my friends told me to go to Aotea Square and that they'd meet me there. So I was in town on my own, and I just walked all the way up to Aotea Square, and they weren't there. And then I started to look around, and I was like, there's no one with me. Like, I'm all alone, I'm stuck here, what am I going to do? So I started walking around trying to look for my brothers and sisters that had been in town, and I decided to take this road off Queen Street, I think it was, and I was just like looking around, I don't know what I was doing, and then I remember just getting like pulled into this corner, and I just started freaking out, and I knew, I was like, this is it, like, my one last night that I decided to do something stupid, and this is it. And this person tried to attack me, and I was just freaking out, and I was like, just panicking, and I just remember like trying to get away. People were walking past, and I was like, why isn't anyone helping me? Like, I was looking to all these people, and I was like, help me, someone help me. And people just walked past laughing. And I managed to like get away and run, and I just honestly, I've never felt so alone, so abandoned, so just like upset at myself, so lost. And I think the police had come through Queen Street and just cleared out everyone. They were telling everyone to go home, jump on public buses, get out of there. And I just stood there, like, closed my eyes, and I was like, Lord, please, if you're real, please just come meet me here, save me. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was like so desperate, because I knew, like, if I stayed in town, I don't know if someone would try and do the same thing. And then I just stood there, and I just like closed my eyes. I could hear buses going around. I could hear people yelling, chanting, and I was just crying, and like I felt like no one was seeing me. And I was just getting real frustrated, and I was like, Lord, please. And I just opened my eyes, and I felt this arm like on my shoulder, and then this tall guy, I think it was guys, like, I couldn't even see his face, and he was like, darling, he's like, you're lost, and I'm going to give you this money, and you need to go home, and he's saying something like, I've got a daughter like you, and I need you to get home safe. So he like chucked me all this cash, and he put there's a cab over there, and he said, jump in and get home safely. And in that moment, I knew, like, that doesn't just happen. People don't just come up to you and just give you money and, like, say, here, take care of yourself, you're good. So I knew in that moment that God had shown up in my life, and that He cared about me, and that He actually wanted me to be okay. Although I was angry at Him about my dad, I was angry about my parents separating, everything, I knew that He was real, because He saved me in my darkest hour. And and I ended up, I remember that moment, like my brother actually, just before I got into the cab, my brother was like, "Where have you been?" And he like just came up to me. So we jumped on a bus, and then he made me buy everyone food with the money. But I remember on the way home just like thinking, I just felt God saying, get to youth. Like on Thursday, be there, don't miss it, commit, because that's where you're going to find me. That's what's going to push you closer to me, because you've been running away from me. You've been at youth, but you've just been sitting there not engaging. So I made a decision to start going, and it was amazing, and it has been, and I never looked back. I've never felt so alive after that one moment. And in 1 Corinthians 11, 24 to 26, let me just find it. It says, about communion, this is probably the scripture that describes what communion is. And it said, the Lord Jesus, on the night he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, "This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And in the same way, after supper, he took the cup, saying, "This is the cup, the new covenant in my blood. Do this whenever you drink it, in remembrance of me. For whenever you eat this bread and you drink this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death until he comes." And so every time I'm at church and I see this cup and I have this little piece of bread, I'm reminded of that one moment, that lost little girl in town feeling abandoned. And I remember that God came in, grabbed me and saved me from just a dark road, a dark path, a hurt, broken situation. And in John 6:35 it says, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." And I think that scripture, it's not saying life's going to be perfect, you're never not going to physically be hungry, but it's saying that Jesus Christ, God, is where we are fed. It's where we our thirst is quenched. So whenever you guys, I know you all probably have been through some hard stuff, but we're going to continue to go through some hard stuff, and that totally sucks. But what's awesome is the scripture saying this is where we can be fed. This is where we can be, our thirst can be quenched. So whenever my heart's desire is that everyone leaving here would know that God is where we're going to find refuge. He's there where we're going to find hope, faith, everything we need. And I just want to quickly finish with a little story. So growing up, I'm Māori and Croatian. I come from up north in a place called Wharewhiti. Sure, see you at the back. And I have a grandfather, and he's, I think I've got a photo of him. He's, he passed away in 2015. But he was such like a gangster, like an OG. He drove a 1971 Holden Monaro, and he was just the coolest dude ever. And he wasn't perfect, but he was just so nice. I just knew hanging out with him and just chilling with him. We didn't even really talk that much, but just being with him, being around him was enough to know that he cared about me and he loved me. And I didn't he didn't speak to me a lot. Also because he couldn't speak much English. But when he did talk to me, I knew he loved me, he cared about me. And I always used to go up north, and there was this one couch where we'd just sit and hang out, and he would hug me, and he'd also make me give him a head rub or a back massage. But when I was younger, I used to go up north, and he didn't believe in God. His mother passed away when he was younger, and he just didn't really think God was real. But he was just a nice dude. And he got diagnosed with lung cancer in 2015. And I've never seen him be so weak. Like, it's so crazy with father figures. Like, they tend to be real macho and tough, but I had never seen him so weak. And I remember hanging out with him, and he was just really scared. Like, he would cry, and he would want to cuddle, and he would ask me questions, like, because he knew I was a youth pastor. He was just saying, like, what do you believe? Like, where do you think I'm going to go? Do you think I'm going to, like, pass away, or do you think I can be healed? And I really didn't know what to say. But he ended up accepting Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. And I think it was like a month before he passed away. And from that one moment, it was funny because I was outside when it was happening, and he was like, this lady that was in the room woke him up and was like, hey, God's just told me you need to do business with him. And then he like looked up and he was like, okay. And I was like, what? You like used to hate on me all the time about God. But so he was willing to accept Jesus Christ, and he said, I've got all this stuff though, like I've done all this bad stuff, it's gonna take me ages. And this lady was like, just take your time, do what you need to do. And she took him through the salvation prayer. And then from that one moment, he never stopped having conversation with God. Like, I'm not even joking, we'd walk into the room and we'd want to hang out with him, and he'd just be staring up at the ceiling. We'd be like, in Croatia, we call our grandfathers Dida. So I was like, Dida, what are you doing? Like, why are you looking at the ceiling? He's like, I'm talking to God. And it was actually so cool. And I'd walk in, and not that he didn't want to talk with us, but he would be so focused on talking to God that he'd just stare there looking up at the ceiling. But the reason why I tell you this story is because communion is amazing, and it's good to remember what God has done for us, but communion with God is even better. So I would like, as we go into our Connect and into our squad meetings, to just think about what God's done in your life. Maybe it's something little here, maybe it's just a moment in worship on one of the nights or days here, but I would love for you guys to just reflect on what God's done and how we can individually, away from one another, have conversations with God, because that's what's going to sustain us. I know you guys probably hear from your youth pastors, go out and reach your schools, do all this amazing stuff, be an influence, and that's great, but it won't ever be 100% or successful unless you have that conversation with God daily or weekly or whatever you can. You need to be able to connect with the source before you can actually give and reach people. And we all want to be significant, but we're never going to have significance if we don't connect to someone, or our Father, who is the most significant. So I'll quickly pray, and also we've got some communion cups and stuff out the back, so cabin leaders just grab that as we go and split off. But I'm going to quickly pray and then we can get going. Thank you, Lord. Father, I thank you for every person here. Lord, I thank you that we've had such amazing moments where we've encountered you, where we've met with you, Father, where we've heard visions, we've felt healed, Father. And Lord, I pray that as we go, Lord, we wouldn't just leave it here. We wouldn't just say, oh, that was fun, that was a good moment, I remember that. But we would actually take it, and Lord, that you would begin to outwork it as we go to youth, as we go to hang out with our squads, as we make time to have conversation with you, Father. We would commune with you and we'd connect with you and know that you're the one that gives us life and life abundantly. So we just glorify you today and thank you for everything you've done and what you're going to do. In Jesus' name, amen. Cool. I think I'm going to hand it over to Claire.
Awesome. So like Milani said, if you want to just cabin leaders, head to the back where Livy is now, grab your emblems and bits and pieces. And youth, if you just, once your leaders got their stuff, if you look at them and you just follow where they go, you're going to head into your own places. It is raining outside, So feel free to use the dining hall and spaces in here, but just remember, this isn't a long time for yourselves and for your groups. So please just respect one another and just be real quiet, okay? Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Come with me, we're going on an animal hunt.
Ooh.